Hi, welcome to my Bookworm Sanctuary. I'm Bianca, and today I wanted to give you my December end of month wrap up basically. So, I will give you my stats like I usually do, and then we'll just get into the brief summary of each book, I guess. So, in December, I did actually end up dropping back quite a bit. So, I only ended up reading 9 books in December. Out of those, they were all new reads, and it was 2,564 pages read. Out of those, there was 2 physical, 2 ebook, and 5 audio. And out of those, there was 5 3 stars and 4 4 stars. No 5 stars in December, unfortunately, but close, but not quite. And then we'll get straight into the books. So with the books, the Court of the Vampire Queen. So with this one, it's chunky. It's a reverse harem, and basically Mina Mina is a vampire, but her father is like the head of the vampires, not a nice bloke, and has given Mina to this other bloodline vampire called Malachi. And Malachi basically is going to use Mina as a blood host, and Mina's father wants her to fall pregnant so he can use the baby as leverage against Malachi. And it's a reverse harem, and Malachi has a couple of bloodline vampire friends slash lovers slash complicated history. And yeah, I liked this, but probably not as much as I should have. I just felt like it was a little long. I was a little bit bored. Yeah, it was. Look, the whole bloodline vampire thing was actually kind of interesting, but yeah, uh, kind of fell a little bit flat for me, unfortunately. And then another slightly disappointing book, Moonrise. This one reminds me of that Sandra Bullock movie. I can't remember what it's called. But basically, in this, she's a witch. I can't remember her name. Lucia. So Lucia is a witch, and that's kind of interesting. The witch history, I guess, and where their powers come from. Found that interesting, but she's basically left her society of witches, more or less, and is going out into the big bad world and is kind of naive and, you know, wants to fall in love and meets this werewolf on a train, and he befriends her, but she sees it as a little bit more. And then an accident happens, and he ends up in hospital, and she ends up pretending to be his mate. Then the brother comes in, the brother of the werewolf, and she and him have a thing. I guess it kind of felt like the author's first book, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, it just fell flat, and the writing was a bit weird, and it was a little too sweet for me, maybe. I think that may be of what it was. It was way too sweet. But yeah, look, I did like it. I just didn't love it. I saw I can see the potential in it. And then, and then I read Billionaire's Brother's Nanny. This is a reverse harem by Rebel Bloom as well, and I liked this. She was the nanny to these brothers, and they each have, there was a few kids involved, and it was interesting. And, you know, she had the whole moral dilemma thing, you know, sleeping with her bosses. And there was a push and pull there that I really liked. It was kind of predictable, though, but I really enjoyed it. And yeah, it was just a typical reverse harem book, I guess. Then I read Entwined Fate by Tiffany Roberts. This was okay. Again, Alien, I listened to this. It was a great premise. I just felt like I probably got too much of their history, but basically he's an alien from another planet, and his father's like an ambassador dude, and basically he has to befriend this other ambassador dude's daughter who's human. And it's just them always sort of knowing that they're mates, and they were really young, and, you know, years apart, and coincidence made them come back together. And yeah, I liked this. It's just I felt like they spent way too much time apart. I just would have liked more of them together. I am interested in going further in the series though. And then, so I have half the series in physical form, though technically I've listened to all of these. I was journaling and I decided I was going to listen to an audiobook, and it's just the way it happened. So, Magic Bites. Magic Bites is Kate Daniels' book. I think I have actually read Alona Andrews before. I liked this. I did. I don't know, something about it though felt a little flat. I did listen to these, even though I do own them physically, and yeah, it was okay. um, Basically, Kate's guardian is murdered, and she's basically got to figure out who murdered him, and a lot of other stuff is going on, and she meets like the dude in charge, the Beast Lord of all the shifters, Curran, and Curran's intriguing straight away. And she's got a couple of friends. She's a bit distant from most people, and straight away you kind of sucked in because she gives you hints of mysteries and just what she is, I guess. Yeah, there's definitely a mystery behind Kate that made me want to continue on. And I guess Kate's personality is what made me continue on. Honestly, it was an okay book, but it wasn't fantastic for me. But I did move on to Magic Burns anyway. So Magic Burns, there's more of a push and pull between her and Curran. And, Kate's like this mercenary. She gets thrown into bull crap again, as she always does. And some maps have been stolen from the pack, and there's just more intrigue there. But this one as well, I probably feel the same way as I did about the first book. It was okay. It wasn't that fantastic, but it was still good. And again, Kate's personality kept me going, and Curran was starting to get more interesting. Her relationship with Curran and just their not hostility, but I guess yeah, just they're always butting heads a bit. Magic Strikes, I do have this one. So Magic Strikes, which apparently cost me $2. Um, Magic Strikes is another Kate Daniels book. I listened to this audio, and I must admit, this is the book that made me go, "Oh, I really like this series." Pretty sure from this one, her and Curran are starting to definitely get together more, I guess. And I really like Julie, and I like her relationship with Kate. And Kate's relationship with everybody really is really intriguing, and she just seems to always get herself into a lot of crap. And there's obviously the mysterious factor of her, of who she is and where she comes from. And there's obviously something that she's afraid of. Not, yeah, afraid of, that she needs to be prepared for in the future. So she's a bit wary of letting people get close to her. The whole magic thing is really interesting. The vampires are really intriguing. I really liked the vampires. Really intriguing. So yeah, I think I really like this series. I, I was a little bit like, in the first two books, thinking, oh, I'm not gonna like this series as much as everybody else. But I think I'm enjoying it definitely. Then I moved on to, oh no, I don't have that in physical form. I moved on to Magic Bleed. I can't tell you, progress is happening with her and Curran. A little bit more about her is coming out. In case just, doing Kate things. She's always in the middle of drama, pretty much. Lots and lots of drama. And I like it. I like it a lot. And then I moved on to Magic Slaves, which I actually do have. I liked this one. I really liked this one. So I really like Julie's development in this, and just everything really. I mean, you're learning more about Kate, and her and Curran have obviously progressed, and I love their relationship. Yeah, I just really love their relationship. And I'm really curious. I'll see on how all this ends really now. I think I'm up to book 6 now, which Heather sort of said something about book 6, so now I'm sort of scared to get into the book. Or whatever. I am listening to these though. Even though I do majorly own most of the series, there is a few books I'm missing. I am listening to these. Mainly because I was journaling at the same time. Listen and journal. I think I'm going to continue listening to them as audio. It took me a little bit, I must admit, to get into the narrator. She's a bit weird at first, but now I'm used to her, or she's gotten better, or both. But yes, that's basically all the books that I read in December. So that was 2022 books read, I guess. So thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks, guys.